Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my assumptions about me video, which I've been meaning to film since I hit 2k on here. Oh my god, thank you so much. It is hot. It is very hot. It's a scorcher. Might be too hot, but we move. So I'm going to be answering your assumptions about me that you guys sent over on my Instagram stories. And yeah, I'm really excited to do this. I've wanted to do an assumptions about me video on here all the time after watching quite a few that I really enjoyed. Yeah, I think that's everything. Also, oh, don't even get me started on my hair. I just had to blow dry it and I haven't styled it because it's just too hot and I just can't be bothered. Right, okay, should we get into it? First one says, not an assumption, but I'm always super jealous of how nice your eyeliner is. Thank you so much. I have been practicing eyeliner for a very long time. I wore it when I was like 14, 15. I wore it through the whole of uni and I decided to start wearing it again maybe last year. There was a period of time where I stopped wearing eyeliner because I had such bad allergies that my eyes were just so sore all the time. So yeah, it's nice to be wearing it again and I think it just kind of suits me. But maybe I could do like a YouTube tutorial or an IGTV of how I do my eyeliner. Maybe that would help, but thank you so much. Right, next up, you're 27. No, I am 26, but I'm going to be 27 in 6 months time, so close enough, I guess. The next one is, you've always been a confident person. Loving all your hauls on YouTube, by the way. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you to say. No, I have not always been a confident person. I am a through and through introvert. I'm a real introvert, and sometimes that can really, I don't know, give the impression that I'm not confident. I like my own space, my own time. I don't do well in like big crowds of people. I find it very draining to be around like socially all the time, and sometimes that can affect my confidence. I also was not cool at school. I was in no way popular. I was a little bit of a nerd, and not only that, but I have suffered from anxiety, social anxiety for my whole life. So no, I haven't always been confident. It's only sort of been in the last maybe, I want to say 2 years. So from when I was 24 that I actually found that I was a lot more confident. Before that I wasn't very confident, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just a case of maybe maturing, and I finally gotten to an age where I feel very comfortable with myself and comfortable being an introvert and comfortable saying I have anxiety, and that has given me a lot of confidence. Okay, so this one's quite fun. Sometimes you'd rather relax in joggers and a jumper rather than cute clothes. Oh yeah, absolutely. The reason I put on this top and a pair of shorts is because it's so hot. I am not fussed. I don't want anything fussy. I don't want anything tight. Yeah, I just wanted something really breathable and that I can move in. A lot of the time when I'm running errands and stuff, I'll just put on a pair of joggers, jeans, some workout leggings and a big tee, and Alex always laughs at me because I have a real thing for big baggy band tees. Or I have a lot of tees from Comic-Con or like other cons that we've been to, so I usually use them as like sleeping tees or around the house tees. Like he'll always comment when I'm wearing one of those big baggy tees, and that is just kind of my thing. I really like chilling in those kind of clothes, but I also like having the ability to dress up and express myself with clothes as well, and I think that that is really fun and it gives me a lot of inspiration, a lot of confidence, and I think it's just really fun. Okay, the next one is, you're a loyal friend. I'm loyal to the point that if something's up, I will tell you straight. Like I will be very straight with you, and sometimes that can be to my detriment. A lot of people maybe sometimes don't want to hear things, and I'll always have their best interests at heart. I've lost friends over the fact that I've told them things they don't want to hear, and then they've basically just said, well, I don't want to be friends with you because of that. And it's only ever out of love. So yeah, I would say that I am a very loyal person, but I tell it how it is, and some people just aren't into that. So yeah. The next one is, you're low-key very into rock music. You may have guessed from my piercings and stuff, but I was a total emo scene kid back in the day. Genuinely, I still sometimes listen to My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco. Yeah, I am definitely into rock music. It's not low-key or anything. I'm one of those people that can pretty much listen to anything, and I do have so much variety. Like if I go onto my Spotify, my top songs, there is so much variety. If I play that playlist, it's literally all over the place. But yeah, I still really like rock music. One of the best places to go out in Cardiff is like a rock venue, and they play all classic rock as well, which I absolutely love. So yeah, not that low key, but I do like rock music. Okay, this one's fun. You're a hard worker and disciplined, typical Cap, which I'm assuming means Capricorn. Yes, I am. Okay, so basically I'm not 100% on the whole astrology thing. I did do like a science subject at uni, and I do feel like it doesn't really make sense for you to be a certain way just because of the date you were born. That doesn't really make sense to me. But everything I ever read about Capricorns is me to a T. So I'm also Capricorn, rising Capricorn. So I am Capricorn. So sometimes when I read some of this stuff that's like, if you're a Capricorn, and then it lists things, and I'm like, that's me. Like, I feel very attacked. Okay, so yeah, I would say I'm typical textbook Capricorn, absolutely. I'm also an INTJ, which is my personality type. So I'm a Capricorn and an INTJ, so I'm a super hard worker and I have a really good work ethic. But I really am a perfectionist, so if I don't do something, I find it really hard not to beat myself up about it. So that's something I've been trying to work on this year, to like not beat myself up about things when things don't go, you know, to plan. Yeah, it's still taking a little bit of work, but yeah, I am a typical Capricorn, and I have no idea how it works, or if it works, or if it's a thing, but everything I read about Capricorns, I'm like, that's a bit of me. Another one says that you're super confident. I think that it's very easy to think that if you're on this platform, if you're on YouTube or Instagram, you are a super confident person, but you might just be confident in that one aspect of your life. So like someone might be posting about fashion on their Instagram and be super confident about fashion, but might not be confident in any other part of their lives. Like a lot of people I've met who are on Instagram and have a lot of followers or do this for a living, I've met them in real life and they're very introverted and shy, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I think the assumption is that if you're on these platforms, you're super confident and extroverted, and I'm definitely an extroverted introvert when I want to be, but I like my own space, I like my own time. I could be on my own all day and I wouldn't feel any sort of way about it. I love my own space. I think that, like I said before, my confidence also comes with age. Like when I was younger, I wasn't very confident at all, especially body confidence. I had like none of that when I was younger. I went through some really tough times with disordered eating and just generally not being healthy, because my body confidence was so low that I resorted to those sorts of things, and it really impacted my mental health. So I haven't always been confident, and sometimes I feel like I'm not confident now, but I guess that's how it comes across on social media, which is very interesting. Okay, someone said you're not actually that short. Usually short in fashion terms is 5'5". Yeah, I'm 5'2". I'm 156, 157 centimeters about, and that is almost 5'2". Yeah, 5'2". So I'm pretty short. A lot of people say that, oh, you know, you must be like 5'3", 5'4", 5'5". No, I'm 5'2". I am, pretty short. I'm definitely petite in terms of clothing on the high street. So if I buy a midi dress or a midi skirt, it is maxi fit on me every time. And if I buy a maxi skirt on the high street, I'm returning it because it will trail on the ground. You're a massive party girl. I used to be. At uni, I used to be such a party girl. I used to go out at least 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, I was massively. But towards the end of my degree, when I was in my 3rd and 4th years, so the year before my master's year and then my master's year, I really had to knuckle down and work, so I couldn't really go out at all, really. I don't think I went out much at all in my master's year. Yeah, I probably count on 1, maybe 2 hands how much I went out on my master's year. But I used to be. My first year of uni and my second year of uni, 2 or 3 times a week I was going out. Yeah, I don't even know how I afforded it, to be completely honest with you guys. You've never had a job before this? Yeah, so I've had quite a few jobs, all in like retail. So my first job I had for 3 years, and I worked in a health food shop in London where I lived. And then after that, when I moved to uni, I worked in 2 high street clothing shops during my uni to like fund my living costs and stuff. So yeah, I've had 3 jobs before this one. If you didn't know already, yeah, Instagram and like social media is my full-time job, so that's what I mean. Okay, this one says you've had loads of work done. Lips filler, cheek filler, etc. I had my lips done 2 years ago now. I had a tiny bit of Juvederm in them. I think it was 0.5 milliliters. Just because I wanted to try it out. A brand did offer to do it for me for free, just so I could see what it was like and then document my experience for my followers. And I thought, why not? And then I can let other people know what to expect and what it would be like. I do have a cut on one side of my lip. I think it's this side here from when I was a kid. So my lips are like, they're not straight, they're like this, if that makes sense. They're like lopsided, and this is where like the scar is. So I just kind of wanted to even that out and make them a little bit fuller. And I did really like the effects. Would I get it done again? No, I have nothing in my lips now. And yeah, it all dissolved away. And yeah, I mean, my lips are quite full anyway. And it's at the point now where I'm still relatively young and I don't want to do too much to my face. So for me personally, I don't think I'd get it done again, but each to their own, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with getting it done if you're old enough to and you're well informed and it's something you really want. So yeah. I also haven't tried any other fillers. I was so tempted once to get my cheeks done because I've such a chubby face, but yeah, I thought better of it, and I'm not ruling out for the future, but as of right now, I've got nothing in my face. You rely on your boyfriend to pay for things. Ooh, damn. No. Me and Alex have a really good like financial relationship, as well as like every other relationship that we have. We're very open about money, and we talk about money a lot, and we're both very open about our savings because eventually we want to buy a house maybe in the next year or two. So we're very open about finances and stuff, and I just don't really let him buy me things unless it's like flowers or a gift for a particular occasion. I don't let him buy me anything. Like, I would never ask him to buy me anything. You know, we take turns paying for the shopping, we take turns paying for like cinema tickets, or you know, other things that we do, or if we're out we get coffee, he'll pay, then I'll pay, then he'll pay, then I'll pay. So no, we have a really good financial relationship, and I don't really depend on him for anything, and he doesn't depend on me for anything, which is great. Okay, this one's quite funny because it's the opposite. You were a rebel in school. I was the most to the T person in school. I was very, I don't even know how to describe it. I was quite nerdy, quite geeky. I liked anime, I liked sci-fi, I wore glasses, I was a bit overweight, and I wasn't very popular. I had a group of friends, and you know, we were all a little bit different, and that was great. Like, it was just a lovely group of friends to be in, but I was in no way a rebel. I think the closest thing I did to being a rebel is signing my own journal. So did you guys have journals that you had to do like every week, and you'd have to get your parent to like sign the journal? And I'd get to school on a Monday and I'd open it and be like, oh crap, like Mom hasn't signed my journal, and I'd like sign it for her. That's as far as it goes. I never had a single detention. My school had Friday detentions and Saturday detentions where you'd have to come in on a Saturday in full uniform, and I never had either of those. I've never had a detention. So yeah, I was pretty much goody two-shoes at school. I was very nerdy, and yeah, that was my school experience. As you can tell, I was not very popular. Okay, this one says you're a girl's girl. That's very interesting because I've lived with guys, I've lived with girls. My whole uni degree was mostly male dominated. I did mechanical engineering. If you want to hear more about that, I think it's in my Q&A that I did. But it was 90% male, 10% female on my course. So a lot of the friends I made at uni were guy friends, and I'm still really good friends with them. I get on with guys and girls the same. Yeah, I get on with guys, I get on with girls, and yeah, I don't get on with one more than the other. I have lots of girlfriends and lots of guy friends. You wear the trousers in the relationship. Alex would say no, but I would say yes. Not in a bad way, but I'm a lot more proactive on Alex's. So if something needs doing, or you know, we need to buy something, I'm the first one to be like, right, okay, we need to get this, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to call this person, we need to do this. And I think that is just going back to being a typical Capricorn. I like doing things like that. I'm very practical. I like making lists, I like ticking stuff off, I like getting stuff done. I'm a very productive person, so not in a bad way, but yeah, it's usually me getting stuff done around the house and you know, whatever else we need to do. You don't believe in higher education because of your job? No, not necessarily. I do feel like if there is an opportunity for you to be educated and that is something you want to do, 100% do it. Do I regret the degree I did? Probably, because I'm going to be paying an extortionate amount of money for a degree that I've never used. It's a handy degree to have. Engineering is a great degree to have. It's a great fallback if anything happens with this job. I can go into mechanical engineering, that's great. But I think that when you're expected to choose your career so young, you don't actually know who you are or what you want to do, and I was fairly limited in my choices of what I wanted to do for like personal reasons. So I chose engineering, and if I could go back and choose something else, maybe I would do graphic design or something like that, something a bit more creative, because I'm a really creative person. So yeah, I think that if you are going to go to higher education and educate yourself, absolutely amazing, fantastic, but don't be forced into it, don't be pushed into it, and have a good hard think, do some research and find out something that you actually want to study and pay for, because you'll be paying for it. So yeah, every time I look at my student loan receipt thing, I'm like, oh god. So yeah, just make a wise and informed decision. Okay, so that is pretty much everything. A lot of those questions were like repeated. I had so many questions on confidence, so maybe I could do a video on like my confidence or body confidence or something like that. Maybe that would be helpful, since so many of you think that I'm a really confident person from being online and having an online presence. So that's really interesting. Let me know down below if you'd like to see something like that about me talking about confidence or body confidence or anything like that. But yeah, if you submitted an assumption, thank you so much for doing so. And if you want me to do any more like Q&As or assumptions videos, let me know in the comment section. Be cool to do maybe like a Q&A with Alex and do like a couples Q&A maybe, because I have a lot of messages about him and questions about him, and then sometimes I feel uncomfortable answering them when he's not in the room with me, so maybe I could do that. But yeah, okay guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.